Welcome to Let's Get Twiharded, Twihard, with a Vengeance. Eclipse, ooh, with your hosts, Jeff Kunkel and Aislinn Kunkel.
This is the inaugural episode, chapter, what have you, of the third iteration of this show. Yes.
Why do you do this?
Why did I do that?
Yeah, not.
Oh, because my pinky's wonky.
Right.
Yeah. Third. It's okay.
What is Twiharded?
First of all, I am Jeff Kunkel. I have with me on the couch.
Me. Hi.
So are we not doing the name for the
Oh.
show? Or okay, you're undecided?
I'm undecided.
Okay.
People know who I am.
It's true. Very brief history of Let's Get Twiharded. It originally started as a segment on the Popular Outcast podcast. Then, with the second book, New Moon, branched off into its own podcast. She knows all this already.
That yawn wasn't directed at you.
And now this third iteration, we're doing it as a YouTube show slash podcast. We're going to strip the audio out of the YouTube video. Well, I'll probably strip the audio before I put it on YouTube. So it'll be stripping the audio from the raw video rather than stripping it from the YouTube video.
I don't even care.
Okay. And putting that up on our podcast feed. So I will, in the bottom, link to the podcast feed, and in the podcast feed, link to the YouTube videos. So, cross-pollination that way. Yeah.
So we're bees now.
Yes.
Cool.
We are bees.
Dig it.
Social media bees.
The most dangerous bees on social media.
Yes. So, people brand new to this show, you've got 2 entire books worth to catch up on if you really like it and you want some more just audio-only versions. And I can post...
But what is this? You didn't explain what this is. What are you doing?
I did not explain what this is. It started on the Popular Outcast podcast. We were making fun of the Twilight. It was back when the Twilight was in the middle of releasing the movies. So it was very...
When Twilight was still a thing.
Yes.
Is it a thing? Do people still like Twilight? They just released that book, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm sure people still like Twilight.
Or did they? The gender swap thing?
Yeah. Our friends didn't like it, but they didn't like the original Twilight either.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If we finish the books, we can go back and do the gender swap version in 10 years.
We'll see.
Yeah. So I decided to, it's not fair for us to be making fun of this series as much as we are without any of us having read it. So I took it upon myself to read the books, and by read I mean listen to them on audiobook. And I was reviewing them chapter by chapter, and they slowly became me acting them out chapter by chapter and people reacting to it. And that's basically what's going to happen on this show. We'll go chapter by chapter through Twilight Eclipse. I will read off the iPad the abridged script I've made from the chapter, and then
Me?
you and a guest will react, and
Yes.
hopefully hilarity ensues. That is the plan anyway. Yeah, so you'll have, this is our first attempt at a semi-produced YouTube show, so you'll have to, the format's going to evolve as the book plays out. We'll figure out better audio quality, yada yada, stuff like that.
Probably.
More than likely.
Maybe. Probably not.
Yeah. We got lives. Until this show gets enough ad revenue on YouTube that
We're
can
putting ads on this?
retire. If you get enough views that YouTube offers ads, I guess,
Yeah.
and then you make money.
I thought you had to request ads.
I don't know. I never had anything popular enough on YouTube to even think about it.
Fair.
So, for this chapter, which isn't a chapter, it's the preface. I'm just going to... the preface was so short in this book that I just decided to read it in its entirety. It's actually even more than the preface. We have the dedications at the top, too.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting.
Oh, yes.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
To my husband, Poncho, for your patience, love, friendship, humor, and willingness to eat out.
Poncho? She married a Poncho?
She married a Poncho that eats out.
Whatever works for you.
Uh-huh.
No judgment.
Also to my children, Gabe, Seth, and Eli. For letting me...
Starting a cult?
Right. For letting me experience the kind of love that people freely die for.
What? Explain?
The privilege of being a parent would be my guess. Like, people would die for their kids, and...
I guess?
Thank you for... And then,
Thanks for making me want to die.
Yeah. Thank you, children, for making me want to die. Then, before the preface, there is a poem by Robert Frost.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm. Fire and Ice.
This is gonna be like Ebony and Ivory.
Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if I had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice.
I think they did this as a voiceover at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah?
Yeah. This feels very familiar.
You have been reviewing the movies.
Repeatedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, so now we are to the single paragraph that is the preface.
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 You had it right the first time.
The preface.
I'm just making jokes. Attempting. Yeah. Sarcasm.
Preface.
Like breakfast, but not.
Preface.
That's what got you?
Yeah, that's what broke me. Preface. Alright, preface. All our attempts at subterfuge had been in vain.
Word of the day calendar.
Yeah. With ice in my heart, I had watched him prepare to defend me. His intense concentration betrayed no hint of doubt, though he was outnumbered. I knew that we could expect no help. Wait. I knew that we could expect no help. At this moment, his family was fighting for their lives just as surely as he was for ours. Would I ever learn the outcome of that other night? Find out who the winners and losers were? Would I live long enough for that? The odds of that didn't look too great. Black eyes, with their fierce craving for my death, watched for the moment when my protector's attention would be diverted. The moment when I would surely die. Somewhere, far, far away. In the cold forest, a wolf howled.
All right. Like, what?
It's like this preface is written like...
This reads like the flavor text from the back of the book.
Yeah.
This isn't a preface.
Would I ever learn the outcome of the other night? Of the other fight? Maybe I read that wrong. Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say what other night?
So now, as we're recording this, we have recorded the first 2 chapters already.
Yep.
So I know for a fact that there's a lot of fun in those, and God damn it, all the animals in this house. So
yeah, we're recording this on our couch. We have pets. So
yeah,
noises happen.
They will be probably semi-frequent guest stars to this show,
Probably.
whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, this has been a little intro to the show. We plan to release every 2 weeks.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
We'll see. And here's a special guest now.
So yes, this has been Jeff Kunkel, and this is Lola. Visit us on vampiresa2z.com. That's ATOZ.com. And yeah, rate
I like to think it's Vampire Satos.
Vampire Satos.
I think that's his name.
Yes.
Like it's some kid's like GeoCities site. I'm the Vampire Satos.
XX _Vampire Satos _XX.
Isn't that too many characters?
I don't know. I never had a live journal.
I said GeoCities.
Oh. No, URLs can be like hella long. Like 200 and some characters. Or maybe 400 and some.
This was back in the day, though.
True. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to edit these.
Yep.
For real. Okay. See you in 2 weeks.